So this is continuing a business trip that I went on to Nepal. This is flying out of Kathmandu and landing in Chitwan in Nepal. As you can see, the arrival terminal at Chitwan is not fancy, but it worked and we were able to get to this resort, which was awesome. But this is pretty amazing, especially I feel like if I come up here and just do one of these. I'm going to be looking out on this. Yeah, overall, it was a pretty nice room. Very comfortable. So the helicopters land there. And that's the little road back to where our building was. And over here is the front. This was the main building that had both the lobby and a couple restaurants. I did only take my phone on this trip, so I apologize for the lack of stability of some of these shots. These birds here are violent. They're going all around me, and they just don't care. It just stopped raining, so they're feasting on some insects. I'm there with a group of co-workers, but I'm going to do my best to leave them out of this video, since I don't know if they want to be included in my random videos. Here's the guys who just gave us a ride across this river. It was a little exciting over there where it was rapid. We get to ride in these awesome vehicles. So this is basically like the Jungle Cruise. So I'm really expecting a lot of dry jokes from this guy. He doesn't know it, but he's about to be really funny. And you can't see it super well here, but there is a rhino back in there. You can see its ears kind of waggling. Super cool. We were actually there in peacock mating season, so there was a chance that this fellow would display his fancy feathers if there was a female nearby. We were hoping, but it wasn't to be. In a later shot, you'll see a few more peacocks out in the distance, but we never did get to see the full dance. So this whole safari was actually only like 2.5, 3 hours. But in that time, we saw 3 different types of deer. This is one of them. I actually don't remember the name of this deer. And as you will see, he's pretty skittish, as deer tend to be. And this was a spotted deer. This is the most common one. We saw, well actually we saw like a whole herd of them later on, but yeah, we saw a ton of these spotted deer all over the place.
Highest flying bird in the world.
Bar-headed.
We did have like a fantastic guide. The guy did a really good job of explaining things that we saw. He pointed out these were bar-headed goose, one of the highest flying birds in the world apparently. You see a peacock behind them and then 2 more peacock over there. And out there you see some ducks, and those are actually called Ruddy shell ducks right there. And then we had this other bird that was diving in, and I did not get the name of that bird, although it is pretty awesome. Dive bomb. Let's call it a dive bomb bird. Do you see that one that's like hovering? And then he died. Oh, he just dove.
Well, that was crazy.
And our safari continued on the other side of this river. And yeah, it was pretty cool. They had put sort of a rock ledge here so they could drive across. It's a little deeper on the right side. But we did. We drove across and saw some more stuff. And then in a few minutes, you'll see us drive back the other way. But it was quite a sight being out there driving across this river. Actually used to offer some what became controversial safaris on elephant back. I don't think that program is active right now. However, they still do have these elephants, and you can see they're using them to, I don't know, accomplish something with those sticks. Keep them trained up. I don't know what they're doing, but it was cool to see.
This bottle hanging there, because sometimes this wild elephant also they visit here, especially the bull one willing to mating with this beautiful lady. So at that time when this wild elephant tried to enter there, and they even put inside this bottle small gravel. This is called red water lacking.
And here is our third species of deer kind of exiting there. We saw a few of them. That's, of the ones I saw like that, that's the best shot I got. So we stopped at this point. It was amazing. Obviously you can see a crocodile across the river over there. There's another one off to the right that I just didn't really focus on. But we were moving. Later on, we saw crocodiles all along that side of the river. But this one spot, there's monkeys in the trees, there's a crocodile or crocodiles across the river, and then just up the river, 50 yards or so, give or take, there was some deer, a small herd of deer right there. So yeah, quite a spot to see everything in one place.
Yeah. 23.
Only the root of the leaf, and the rest of the leaf will fall down, and this deer will get constipated. There is a small I think you'll see how one is going to start.
Bad for us? Yeah, exactly. Logan, this is a prescribed burn. That guy's getting a haircut. Excellent. It's got all kinds of exhibitions going on. And then here's this guy. Oh. We'll note all of these elephants that they have there were all female because the male elephants were too aggressive. Please let us run over a crocodile, please. That'd be awesome. So fun. Yeah. seeing a rhino is kind of like a key attraction, I guess you'd say, on these safaris or at this national park. And here there's actually two mothers with their babies, and really cool to see. This park also has some tigers and sloth bears. We did not see either of those on this trip, but really in 2.5, 3 hours we saw all of these things. There was no disappointment. This was an amazing experience. And that's it for the safari. So this is Chitwan National Park, and we just finished our safari as it was raining. We got stuck in the river a little bit, but they pulled us out, and this is the pool standing here at the lodge. So, pretty cool deal. That bird is bright blue when it flies. This was actually out the window of my little hotel room. Twice he's dove in towards the water and then gone back to that perch. And now he's given up. There was a group that came and did some local cultural dances for us at night, and I've had them playing in the background throughout this video. I believe it was the Tharu culture. I may have mispronounced that, but they provided us with some literature and shared with us some of their cultural dances and that sort of thing. The next morning, we went to the main lodge there for breakfast, and it was raining, and lo and behold, we look out in the river, and this is what we see. The alliteration here, the possibilities are endless. Because those are rhinos in the river in the rain. Those are rainy river rhinos. Well, now I understand why Bigfoot and UFOs have never been solved. Because this grainy footage, you can't even tell those are two rhinos out there.
I think that to find Bigfoot, you not only just find them, but you gotta be within like 100 yards.
Yeah, exactly. If you're not within 50 feet of Bigfoot, he's just a rhino. Sad. And that was the end of this trip. Actually spent a few days doing some business meetings and things there at that location. But from a tourism perspective, fantastic site, and hope to visit again soon.